I just had this conversation with someone, and I know it's going to help someone that who's listening and who's watching. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do with it. So years ago, at the beginning of my speaking career, I was speaking on someone's stage, and the idea was that I was going to sell my product, and we were going to have a 50-50 split. Whatever I sell, 50% to the event producer, 50% to me. So I had this program that I thought was incredible. It was like the best of everything that ever happened in my life that I could possibly think of and possibly teach. And I put it into a 3-ring binder. That's how old I am, and that's how long ago this was. So it was a 3-ring binder, and it had CDs, it had everything. And so I do my talk. And then I'm waiting, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be amazing. I go to the back of the room, and I get there quickly because I'm thinking there's going to be not even just what's called a table rush. I'm thinking there's going to be a stampede. Everybody's going to want to get my program that I just explained, and it was so good and so everything. And I'm waiting, and now I'm doing the math. I'm like, okay, well, if I sell like 2, or 3, that justifies my flight and and the stay. And if I do sell 4, well, that means this, and 5, that means this. And I'm doing the math. And as the time is going and nothing's happening, now I'm like, oh shoot. And then I'm with my own thoughts, and now I'm like, I suck. I'm like the worst speaker ever. My material stinks. There's nothing good about this, whatever. Okay. So all of a sudden a woman walks over, and I'm like, oh, here I go. Okay. At least I'll make something. And the price of this amazing program I had was $4.97. So she comes up, I'll never forget this, and she hands me a $5 bill, and she's waiting for her 3 cents. She thought my life's work was worth $4.97. And I didn't even know how to respond. And eventually I was like, oh, did you think this was $4.97? And of course she was embarrassed and felt horrible. I felt worse. It was the worst day ever. I hung my head in shame. I left that event, and there was a day or so where I was like, I'm never speaking again. That's just the worst. Here's the thing. It's not what happens, it's what you do with it. I had every right at that moment to say, I suck, my products suck, my information sucks, let me go into a different career. And I would have been totally justified. Instead, I refined my talks, I changed it, I tweaked it, I did all kinds of other things. I've had 1 million products, 1 million talks, 1 million everything since then. Here's the thing, and this is the lesson. It's not what happens. It's what you do with it. Do you have a story like this? First of all, it'll make me feel a lot better. But secondly, where you could have believed one thing, gone down that road, that would have been the end of it, but instead you used it to learn, grow, and evolve, and now you're doing something else. I would love to know. So I hope that helps you. Again, it's not what happens. It's what you do with it.